Hello everyone, it's Brandy Cox here with Brandy's Cards. Today we have another beginner series video, and today we're going to talk all about your Stampin' Up! Catalog. This catalog is such a wonderful resource. It's a beautiful idea and inspiration book, but it also has lots of different little icons, tips, and tricks, and it's got some things in there that you might not realize will help you as you are shopping for coordinating products and punches and dies and what coordinates with this and that. So I'm excited to talk to you today all about the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. But before we do that, let's talk about how many catalogs Stampin' Up! Puts out per year. So Stampin' Up! Does an annual catalog that runs May through May. That's right, so this big thick catalog, this big idea and inspiration book, it comes out in May and it goes through into the next May. So that's when this comes out. But we also have a spring catalog. It's also called the January through June catalog. So this guy comes out at the beginning of January and he goes until the end of June. Then July, we have a holiday catalog. That's right, the holiday catalog is getting ready to launch here really soon. So the holiday catalog is July through December. And so that's the three catalogs that Stampin' Up! Does put out every year. Now, of course, that could change in the future, but currently we have 3 catalogs per year. And if you're one of my Stampin' Up! Customers and you've placed an order with me in the last 12 months, you should receive these catalogs as they launch, okay? And if for any reason that you don't or you've missed one, sometimes the mail is wonky, so just let me know. I'd love the opportunity to send you another. And if you are new to Brandy's Cards, welcome. I hope that you enjoy my videos. I hope that you find them helpful and resourceful. And of course, if you would like a catalog, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you would like a catalog, please let me know. I'd love the opportunity to send you one, earn your business, and answer any questions that you might have. So just go to BrandysCards.com and /contact. You can send me an email. Make sure you email me your mailing address so I can get that catalog in the mail to you right away. Because after I show you the inside of this catalog and all of the beautiful illustrations and ideas and inspiration, you are going to want one of these. I promise you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is our current annual catalog. It's May 2022 and through April 2023. That's right. So it goes to a couple of days into May, but they don't put that on the front there. So that is our annual catalog cover. So one of the things when you're looking at your Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, I always encourage you to take time to look at the pictures and look at the colors and the different things that Stampin' Up! Places in these different places. You will be amazed at the ideas and the inspiration you're going to find. Now this is the Gardner family, so if you're interested in reading about our co-founder Shelley Gardner and our CEO, who is Sarah Douglas. If you're interested in having a look at the Gardner family, you can do so generally on the first page or second page of the annual catalog. Now on page 3, you're going to find the table of contents, but what I really want you to focus on are these catalog icons. If you see an N, that means this is new product. That's right, new product. If you see these little flowers, it means that that stamp is reversible. So reversible means that you can stamp that, you stick the stamp to your block and you stamp it down, then you can clean it, take it off and flip the stamp over and you can stamp it again. That's a reversible stamp. So we do have some of those too. Also distinctive stamps. So the distinctive stamps help you create different opacities in the single stamped image. So you can get those light and those dark images. So I love distinctive stamps. Now here, this is going to show you quick and easy projects. So it's going to be, kind of a little icon that, hey, this is quick and easy, you can do this. And then this is going to show you English and France, or your French set. So just really nice to kind of know these icons as you're working your way through the catalog. And then of course you have your different suites. They're all shown here along with the pages and so forth. And then of course the index, you're going to really want to see that, and I'll show you that when we get there. Now here at the beginning, you're going to see just some beautiful products. I love the different samples that you see. You know, Stampin' Up! Has a Making a Difference section. They talk about their card kits, different shopping. If you wanted to place an order over $150 before shipping and tax, you can earn host rewards for additional free merchandise. Of course, there's the opportunity to join Stampin' Up! As well. Join the Stampin' Up! Family as well as my team of Blooms and Butterflies. And then they show you how some icons and places that you can hashtag share Stampin' Up! And share your projects that you've created. And then of course we have some, you know, a visual of the two types of stamps that we offer. And, you know, it just kind of talks a little bit about the grid paper and so forth. Now, we love our color palette here at Stampin' Up! We try to keep it fresh. And, you know, every so many years we do a color palette change. And that's just refreshing, you know, 5 to 10 colors. But it's just so beautiful. And then, of course, we have our in colors that we keep for every 2 years. So I will show you that shortly. Now, the comprehensive coordination. So again, there are suites. The suites are a collection of products that all work beautifully together. So they're beautifully paired together. And then of course there's coordinating color. That's one of the things I love about Stampin' Up! Is that things coordinate between the markers and the ink and the refills and the ribbon and the cardstock. Things all coordinate. The gems, so it's absolutely fantastic when you're working on creating that perfect project. Now on page 10, you're going to see Paper Pumpkin. So if you've ever been interested in Paper Pumpkin, you're going to want to mark page 10. Here you can see that you can pay as you go or subscribe monthly. You can also do prepaid subscriptions. In the event that you choose to do a prepaid, you would place a normal order, enter the prepaid code, and then once you finish your order, you're going to get an email with an activation code. So there is a step 2. You have to go to mypaperpumpkin.com and activate that prepaid code. So if you have any troubles or have questions with that, let me know. Okay, so we also have a fantastic kit collection as well. And the kit collection, some of them are no stamping, others do come with a stamp and an ink spot. So this just kind of shows you an overview of the kit collection. If you want to see them online, you can go to stampinup.com/kits and you can see, you can view all of them there. Oh gosh, I love this cake kit. It is probably one of my favorites so far. Now what I'm going to show you, which I think is very important, and I hope that you take note. So Stampin' Up! Over here is the tea bouquet. So this is the big suite of products, and this is going to tell you that your bundle here at the top, you get that 10% off. So that is the bundle price that is listed. So for example, if you were to add up $23 and then you were to add up the total, which of the dies, which is 50. So if you add up 23 and 50, that's going to, you know, the two prices there, actually I'm sorry, let me take that back. You get a $5 discount, basically, it's 10%. So I can't see how much the dies are here, but I can see them on page 162. So let's just go have a look, to have a look and see here. So let's see, the teacup dies, no, they don't have it listed there either. Oh yeah, they do, $27. So the teacup dies are $27, and if you add that here to the stamp set, that would be $50, and then the bundle price is 10% off, which is your $45. So that's how you get that. Now over here, if you want this suite, you can just use this item code and you'll get all of those items. Now if you want to order the items individually, you certainly can do that as well, just by adding the individual item codes. Now, I did have somebody ask me the other day, if I buy a stamp set, do I have to buy the dies? Or do I have to buy the coordinating punch? Absolutely not. You do not have to buy the coordinating dies or punch. However, if you buy the stamp set and then later you decide, oh my gosh, I'd really wish I would have gotten the dies or the punch, Unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Will not honor that 10% discount. So you would have to buy that coordinating product at full price. So if you think that you're going to want the coordinating product and you can do that, I would highly recommend purchasing that all at the same time to save you that 10%. Here, check this out. Have you ever noticed in the catalog, do you notice the kind of this kind of beige outline around the cup? The beige outline around here. It's not here, and it's not on these words, but I can see it here, and I can see it along this edge. That's to signify that the dies cut these pieces out. That's right, so if you see this kind of beige around a stamp, that's going to tell you that there's dies in the coordinating dies that are going to cut these individual pieces out. So I think that's pretty cool because maybe you're looking at it going, oh great, this is going to cut out. No, it's not. It has not got the beige around it. So the little watermelon, the teacups, the flowers, the tag, and the leaves, and this will have die cuts that will die cut those pieces out. Now you'll also see down here this little mini. What does that mean? Now I've also had that question. Brandy, I saw the little mini cut and emboss, and does that mean that it only goes through the mini? No, 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 no. So it goes through the big cut and emboss machine. It also goes through the mini. Sometimes the dies are quite large and they only run through the large cut and emboss. Sometimes, you know, they're smaller. And so Stampin' Up! Is sharing with you that, hey, if you have a mini cut and emboss, these dies are going to work great in that machine. So watch for that little mini cut and emboss, little symbol icon right there. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of keep moving through here. And I'm going to grab my little notes. I actually have some notes here of things that I really wanted to show you. So here on page 17, what I'm going to show you here is how to determine what type of stamp you're purchasing. Stampin' Up! Has two types of stamps. We have a photopolymer type stamp, and we also have a cling mount stamp. Now, if you're not familiar with the types of stamps, I highly recommend that you go back to my beginner series video 2, which is all about the types of stamps, and video 3, which talks about distinctive stamps. So that's going to give you all of the background information and help you decide which stamp type is best for you. Or maybe you don't mind and you can use them both. I love them both equally, really. And you know, there's pros and cons as far as which one you like better and why. So definitely go back and watch those videos. So here you can see on page 16, the Bottled Happiness. It clearly says right here that this is 13 photopolymer stamps. So there are 13 stamps that are going to come in this stamp set. So 13 stamps. You'll also notice the little beige circle. So here we can see this beige. Well, that means that it's going to punch out with this punch. You can see that this particular bundle does not come with dies. It actually has a punch. So it's got a vintage bottle punch. So you can see that this will punch out and so will that. And you can also see that it says coordinates with that product. Now, if that were dies, it would tell you that it coordinates with the specific dies. Over here is a cling mount stamp. This particular stamp set comes with 16 cling mount stamps. Now, did you notice suggested clear mount blocks or clear blocks? C, G, and H. How cool is that? It is telling you that, hey, if you want to use this stamp set, you probably will want to have the C, G, and H blocks. Those were the best blocks that fit these items, the sizes of these stamps. So definitely make sure you look for that as well. Now, some of these stamps also mention the two-step stamp. So here's one that shows you the two-step stamp where you can stamp one bottle and then you can stamp a color for the inside. So that's a two-step stamp. You can see that this one comes in English or French. So you have an option of both of those. Gosh, did you all know that there was so much information in the bottom corner of your stamp information? Oh my gosh, when I first started, I did not know all of that. I was kind of guessing. So I'm pretty excited to show you this, and I hope you find it helpful. Okay, so let's keep on going here. So I'm going to just kind of jump past a lot of this goodness, but I am, as I go, going to point out, look at all the beautiful samples. This is one thing I love is up here on page 52. Stampin' Up! Shows you kind of the quick version, the stepped up version, and then maybe a more complicated version. So they're trying to encourage you to, to be creative, change it up if you wish. You can start out easy, or you can make it a little bit more, you can make it more your own with some more complicated type crafting. And it's not really complicated. It might just, be more layers and colors and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to skip all the way back here to the angel policy. Now, this is on page 119. Again, the catalog that I'm using today is the May 2022 through 2023, April. Okay, so this is on page 119. This stamp set is called Limited Edition. Now, many of you have sent me an email and said, Brandy, I really like to make cards and use Stampin' Up! Images, and I like to sell my cards. So what should I do? Well, in order to stay in compliance with our angel policy, Stampin' Up! Asks that you stamp our copyright stamp on the back of your cards or 3D projects. Now, that's if you're planning on selling them. That just basically signifies to the person that's buying it that those images are copyrighted by Stampin' Up! And if they would like to get more of those images, then they can get those from Stampin' Up! From a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, so you're going to find that copyright stamp on page 119, and it's called Limited Edition. So here you can see, here is a copyright Stampin' Up! Stamp. There's some others underneath here. So that's a very nice stamp set to get. And I also love that, it's kind of a nice sign off too. You can still sign your name if you wish. Okay, so I recommend looking at these pictures and looking at all of the beautiful artwork they have in there. This is one of our stamps. It looks like it was also stamped a second time and embossed. There's little secret hidden gems all throughout here. I can spend hours looking at these different displays. Now, don't forget, we have our color collections here. I do have a video that talks about the cardstock, so I'm not going to get into detail here, but I do want to point out that we do have our cardstock collection. So you can purchase the cardstock, you can purchase the color in the stamp pad, you can also purchase it in the refill. Now, if it has Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers available, you're going to see a number along the bottom. If you see a little dash, well then we don't have that color in a Stampin' Blend. So that's just a really good little reference to know. And of course we have the 4 color families, and then we also have our in colors. In colors last every 2 years, and they are stated here at the top. So of course, if you don't have the refills and these colors are going to expire or retire, I highly recommend at that time you would purchase those refills so that you always have them. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Here you're going to see our Stampin' Up! Storage. Yeah, so we don't have a lot of storage, but we do have a nice storage solution that is affordable, and it's easy to stack. It's nice and sturdy, and I just think it just fits really well. You can kind of build it how you like it on your desk. So you can see some of our Stampin' storage, and you can buy each unit and stack it and kind of make it your own. So I love that. All right, so here, this is also a question that I get often, is the assortments and the bundles. It's on page 126, assortments and bundles, that's right. So I can buy an assortment of bright colored cardstock, which is the color family Brights and that collection. So that's going to give me 2 each of 10 colors for a total of 20 pieces of cardstock. That's going to give me the option to see which colors I like best so that I can go and buy them individual packs if I wish to do so. You also have classic Stampin' Pad bundles. Unfortunately, right now, the bundle packs aren't available. And that's because Stampin' Up! Is, they've taken those bundles and they have decided to break those bundles apart so that we have more product that's going to go a lot further. So that's why those bundles aren't available packed up right now. Eventually, we hope that those raw materials and we have more availability to bring those bundles back. Here you can see that you have the ink refill bundles as well. So those can be bundled, and if you purchase the bundles, you get a 10% discount. And the same thing here, there's no discount in purchasing the bundles of markers, but you can purchase those color families and you can see those there. The same with your in colors as well. Adhesives. Sometimes, I love the adhesive page because we all like different adhesives for different reasons and for different things that we're doing. So if you have any questions about adhesive, I do have a video in my beginner series, video number 6. I talk all about every single one of these adhesives and how it works and what you can use it for. So make sure you go back and watch that as well. So this is page 127. That's going to show you the various adhesives that we use in our card making. Okay, so the wow factor. These are just wonderful accessories, from the embossing paste to the tools to the stencils to sponging, the dauber's heat tool, just so many wonderful blending products. These are just wonderful tools that, that down the road, as you expand on your card making, you may enjoy having these for different things. Okay, so page 131 starts our designer series paper. This is 12 by 12 paper, some of it's 6 by 6, so make sure you look and see how that's notated. And so they are double-sided sheets of paper, and you can kind of take and have a look through those. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Some of them are specialty papers, which means they have the beautiful foils and things that are woven throughout. So, so pretty. All right, we also have the Memories and More. The Memories and More packs are envelopes that coordinate with card bases. Of course, assorted memories and cards envelopes. So different things. These make beautiful card fronts, or they also, those of you that scrapbook might enjoy using these Memory and More card packs. On page 137, you're going to find cards, envelopes. They brought back the craft note cards and envelopes. I was so excited to see that. And I don't know if you noticed it, but they actually have a box that comes with it. So if you wanted to gift a set of stationery, you could make the cards and then put them in that beautiful craft box and decorate that. Down here are our envelopes. Many of you ask me about the clear envelopes. Page 137 of the annual catalog. Right here are the clear envelopes that I use to send you samples and of course to send you your cards. I also use these basic white envelopes. They fit our standard A2 or standard handmade card. Okay, so I'm going to keep on trucking. On page 139, here are some specialty papers. Whether you're looking for vellum, craft, foil, metallics, glimmer paper, it's all here. Just make sure you have a look. Just wonderful, wonderful products there. On page 140, there's boxes, different ways that you can present your cards and some treats, 3D items. Of course, up here you can see that we have both regular cardstock, basic white cardstock in regular 80 pound. We also have it in 100 pound, which is our thick cardstock. So that is available in both basic white and very vanilla. And you can also get that in 12 by 12 as well. So you can get it in the larger side for those of you scrapbookers out there. On page 141, you're going to see the start of these wonderful embellishments. We love the sparkle and the shine and the wonderful embellishments and things. One thing I do want to point out is if you don't like to, if you don't like to add a mini glue dot to the backs of things, make sure that you look for the description. For example, right here on number 6, Rhinestone Basic Jewels, 140 adhesive backed pieces. You know what adhesive backed pieces mean? It means that the mini glue dot is on the back. So you just gotta pick it up and set it down and it is stuck. So we love that. So definitely look for that. There are some loose pieces in here as well. Those are nice too, but I want you to know what you're getting. Page 145 starts our ribbons. So we've got lots of beautiful ribbons. You can see they're different sizes. We've got the gingham to the satin, to frayed ribbon, weaved ribbon, woven, metallic edge. So there's so many beautiful things in here. And then of course on page 147, that's going to talk about the Stamparatus. So that is basically our perfect placement tool to help you if you've got shaky hands. It is really nice because it does have these hinges that you can open it and stamp and so forth. It also has some accessories that you can purchase with it. Then of course on page 149 you're going to see our blocks. So if you're looking for our blocks, that's where you're going to find those. I also get the question about the stamp set cases. That's number 8 right here on page 149. You get 4 of those cases in a pack, and so that's where you can find the item code for that. Of course, your stamp cleaner, your pierce mat, your scrub, and Simply Chamois are there as well. All right, so we are just about done. I'm here on page 151. These pages are going to show you the new stamp sets that have the new punches, the coordinating punch with the stamp set. So you can see these are new to our catalog. And here are some more here. Here are more punches that we have that are available. And did you notice this N right here? That says this is a new punch for 2022. So that's how you can signify, okay, that's new and I might want to get that one. All right, so then here on page 155, you've got your cutting, your tools, you've got your Simply Scored for scoring, you've got your trimmer for cutting, your take your pick tool, all kinds of good stuff. You've got your snips, your bone folder. So this page is really important, especially to get those replacement blades and so forth. Then on page 157, you're going to find all of the accessories for the cut and emboss machine and the mini cut and emboss machine. So those items are there for you as well. Okay, so we're just about done. Now we have our bundles here in the back that all coordinate with dies. And so you can see that this is the Build a Butterfly, right? So this is the Build a Butterfly set, and it tells you there's 17 dies. And I love the fact they tell you the largest die. The largest die in this set is 2 1/4 by 2 inches. So that's really nice to know because if you look at this, it actually looks like those candles are really large. But in fact, they've actually die cut 2 candles and kind of stuck them together. So it's nice to see what the largest die is. So these are all of the bundles that are in the catalog. And if you didn't notice, the samples are different than the samples that are actually on the page that it's featured. So let's have a look at that just for a test. So this one is all that, page 79. And so if I go to page 79 and I look at the all that products, so look at that. That sample is not featured on here, but there it is. So they're showing you another sample and more inspiration and ideas of how you can use that bundle. So let's kind of keep going through here. And here are some more dies. Some of these dies do not have a coordinating stamp set. Some of them do. So if you have an N, that's a new one. But here, Fabulous Frames coordinates with the Good Feeling stamp set. Fancy Frames, see these dies on page 31 in use. So what they're saying here is there isn't a specific coordinating stamp set. You can use it with anything, right? But if you want a coordinating stamp set, there is one for that particular die. So let's kind of move through those. We're just about done here. Of course, you have your embossing folders. Some of them are the 3D folders, which you need the specialty plate, which you're going to find that back on the cut and emboss page. And then here we have your host page. Now, if you on page 179, you'll see host rewards. So what that means is if you place an order of $150 before shipping and tax, you can receive 10% back. So if it's $150 before shipping and tax, then you'll get $15 in host rewards. Those host rewards can be used to purchase additional merchandise. So you're going to see that chart here on page 179. These exclusive items that are featured on this page can only be purchased with the host rewards that you earn from your order. Of course, here on the back, you're always welcome to join our team, our Stampin' Up! Family and my team of blooms and butterflies. I'd love nothing more than to welcome you to our crafting family and have you join us on the journey. So many friends, lots of fellowship. We do lots of team events, team craft day, and so forth. So I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And of course, by becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you also will get the demonstrator discount. And of course, you'll get added perks such as pre-orders and information about upcoming products and things that are to come. And to kind of finish off our catalog on page 181, you're going to see our Stampin' Up! Catalog index. And so the index here is on page 181, and you're just going to figure out the name of the stamp set and look in the index here, and it's going to tell you the page number and the item code and so forth. It even tells you if it's in English or French. And then there's also an accessories index as well. So that's pretty cool. So you can see the accessories index as well. Now let's see here on the back. So Stampin' Up! Does lots of charity work as well. And so I love to see different things that they're doing and the ways that they give back and make a difference. So you can have a look at that as well. Okay, holy moly. That was a lot of information. I hope that you found that quick walkthrough helpful. And you know, as you're looking through your catalog, it can be a bit overwhelming. But I hope that you found it helpful in figuring out, okay, where are the stamp sets, what does it coordinate with, and so forth. Now I have one last tip before I go. If you take your catalog to Staples, it'll cost you, it was $5 when I've done it. Maybe it's gone up, I'm not sure. I haven't actually done it for my new catalog. This is last year's catalog. But I take it to Staples, and for $5, they spiral bind it. One thing I like about that is if I want to recreate something, I can fold it back and lay it flat on my desk. So, you know, it's not like having, you know, with the spine and it has to be open. So it's really nice to be able to kind of flip it and lay it flat on my desk. So I love this. Now you have to take it to an office supply store and you know, to the printing area, ask them to bind it for you. And sometimes they'll even put a plastic cover on the front as well. So I hope that you hang on to all of those catalogs. Don't throw those away. They're beautiful idea and inspiration books. And just so you know, if you have thrown them away, that's okay. I've got you covered. Go to BrandysCards.com and you're going to want to go to my catalog page. When you're on my catalog page, I have all the catalogs from years back. All the digital copies of catalogs are there for you to click on and thumb through and look for ideas and inspiration. You'll be amazed at how far Stampin' Up! Has come. If you go back several years and look at some of those catalogs that I have on there, you'll be like, wow, we've come so far. And all of the wonderful products that we have and that we offer. Pretty amazing, you know, on our crafting journey, all of these things now that we can use along the way. So thank you so much for joining me. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please let me know. I'd love to send you a complimentary catalog, answer any questions you have, and of course, in hopes of earning your business. And if you're one of my customers, thank you. I hope that you have your catalog. I hope you're enjoying it. And thank you for your business, for your friendship, for all the lovely cards you send me. I'm just truly grateful and love being on this journey with you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I have more beginner series videos coming. Thank you for joining me. Take care, everybody. Bye now.